Good enough. Hello. Welcome to Grandma Hershey Cooks. I'm Grandma Hershey, spelled with the U and not an E. And I think I'm going to turn this light out behind me. I discovered it. I've been here over a month and I just discovered it the other night. But it's too bright. Let's turn it off, shall we? Ah, yes, you can see me better. I can see you better too, boo. Anywho, thanks for joining me. And today we are on episode 55. And we're going to be making a mustacholi bake. All right. And I found out just recently that mustacholi is not a dish that's known all through the United States, at least not in Kansas City. And I didn't understand why everyone kept asking me what it is. I'm like, why don't you remember mustacholi? Well, this is what I found out. I'm just going to give you four highlights. And the main reason that I found out about it because when I moved back home from California, and that was East St. Louis, Illinois, then I learned about the mustacholi. Okay. And so I found out that it is the St. Louis version of Chicago's baked ZT. ZT, tomatoes. You know how I roll. so, mustacholi is a pasta. And the difference between mustacholi and penny pasta is that penny pasta have lines in it. So if you want to find a healthier version of noodles, then get you the red lentil penny pasta or some vegetable penny pasta because you're going to get more fiber in it. And because I couldn't find the vegetable version of the mustacholi. So anywho, if you want to use the penny pasta, it's not gonna hurt nobody. All right. Tell them Grandma Hershey told you so. Then also the original mustacholi was actually in Romans time, it was a cookie. They made a cookie and called it mustacholi. All right. Then in Naples, it was a Christmas pastry, and they spelled it with a U instead of instead of most, they spelled it must. Mustacholi. All right. And then as it is an Italian cake made with must. I don't know what that is, but that's what they said, and raisins. So it's an Italian cake and dessert in Italy. And here they, I don't know why they got the name, but it's mustacholi, spelled with the O, Mostaccioli. Okay. So anywho, it's delicious, is all I can tell you. All right, I've been making it ever since that was back, oh my God, in the late 80s when I learned about this. And I'm like, oh, I'm making a throwback recipe. Well, come to find out it's not throwback to people who don't know about it. It's new for them, okay? So Grandma Hirsch made the new and improved version. All right. So, anywho, the calories in 1 cup of this mustacholi bake is 239.8. That is really good because this is a meal. All you need is a vegetable, a nice salad or some corn or broccoli or something to go with it. But it is 239.8 calories in 1 cup. But that shoes with that you can afford to have you seconds. Then the cholesterol is 27.6 milligram, which is not bad for a whole meal because it has meat in it, remember? But if you use beef, you're going to have higher cholesterol. So those of you with high blood pressure, you want to use the ground turkey. If you don't have high blood pressure, honey, go ahead on and use your beef. All right. And the saturated fat is 3.5 grams. All right. That's not bad. Then the carbs are 26 for a pasta. That's not bad. 26 because it has tomatoes in there. It has marinara sauce in there. So the carbs is great. Then the fiber is 2.8 grams. All right. And the protein is 13 grams. So it's not a bad dish for those who need protein also. And that's because of the meat. All right. But if you don't have high blood pressure and you need more protein, you can go ahead and use the beef. All right. So I just figured I'd explain mustacholi to everybody who does not know what it is, because it is what it is. Anywho, so um, I do. I was gonna wait till the end, but I need to confess it now. And I sent you the pictures, right? I took the portion for the show out and I put it in a container. Then the rest of it I put in containers so the grandsons and whoever wanted to have some can have some, right? So it was like 5 containers left altogether because me and my granddaughter ate some yesterday for our dinner. So this morning I go look in the refrigerator and the dish is gone. Like, oh no, I don't have no dish for the show. So the picture is all you got for this show. Lo siento. That's all I can tell you. All right. But it was good, so I can understand why they took it. All right. But it's not their fault. It's my fault for not putting it in a different type of container. Okay. So, anywho, we're going to forgive, aren't we? So, go ahead. Let's make this recipe because time is of the essence around here. We don't have all day. All right. Oh, good news. I did find my laptop, my new laptop. So, next week, I will have that one plugged up. I can print things out and use my teleprompter again. All right. Meantime, we got cue cards. When you look on those talk shows, they have cue cards. Oh. Anywho, so I'm gonna tell you what the blah 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 blah. Got your blooper. I'm gonna tell you what the ingredients are. And you can look on the description, the recipe and ingredients, everything's on there. So you want to have a 16-ounce box of mustacholi noodles, and you want to have 1 pound of ground turkey in this recipe, a 14.5-ounce can of diced tomatoes with no salt added. All right, 4 cups of marinara sauce. Now, if you go to Dillon's, they had the best one. Only had 180 sodium in their marinara sauce. What's it called? Should have kept the jar. Anyway, go to Dillon's and find this tasty something. Anyway, their marinara sauce was the lowest in sodium. All right. Then you want a small sweet onion, Vidalia Peru, same thing, sweet onion. Chop it up. All right. Then you're gonna have your oil spray because you're gonna saute those onion in oil spray, and you're gonna spray your dish with the oil spray. Then you want a tablespoon of onion powder, a tablespoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, 3/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, 8-ounce package of mozzarella cheese, which is the 2-cup bag. And then 8 teaspoons of the Parmesan grated cheese after you take it out of the oven. All right. So, the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna preheat your oven to 375. And then you're gonna make the pasta according to the instructions on the box. Now my pasta was done in 10 minutes. They call that al dente. So if you ever see that, that's what they're talking about, al dente. So what I did was I made the pasta. Well, my kitchen angels made the pasta for me. They're so sweet. I just love them. And so, and I did find my glass dishes, but the bowls, but the bowl's not big enough. That one big bowl is too heavy. All right. So anyway, I'm going to put well, first I'm ground turkey, and you're going to it up while you're making it so it can be nice and crumbly like this. Let me put my glove on. I play with my food around here today. All right. Grandma Hershey don't want to touch stuff, even though she washed her hands. I don't like all that stuff on my fingers. Yeah, I said it, fingers. So, anywho, we're gonna take this is the ground. You're gonna have it crumbly like this. See? So now we're gonna put that in the skillet because normally you would have made it in a skillet already. So, but because we made it yesterday, then this is how it is. All right. Then we're going to take our cooked pasta. We're going to put that on top of here. All right. It's a lot of pasta. Then we're going to take our chopped onions, sauteed. Make sure you saute them really nicely. And they're going to be very, almost see-through pretty much. Can you see that? So our chopped onions in here. Yep. That's what we's gonna do around here. Get on in there. Come on now. These onions don't want to join the party. What's wrong with them? I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with those onions. All right. Then we're going to kind of like, well, we don't want to stir it all together yet. We want to put our dry seasonings in there. Remember the Italian seasoning, the garlic powder, the onion powder, and the kosher salt. So I want to sprinkle all that in there all over it. Can you see that? I know you can see it. If I see it, you see it. We both see it. Yep. Then we're going to stir it. Now that's when we're going to stir that together so the seasoning can get incorporated with the meat. Okay? Get the seasoning in all nice together. Oh, I got an onion on my phone. That's not nice. All right. So now that we got our seasoning stirred in, we're going to add our tomatoes. Gonna add that in. Don't they look good? Make sure you get the no salt because we're watching our sodium, alrighty? And it still tastes good. I'm telling you, it really does. Grandma Hershey not gonna steer you wrong first. Okay? So let's stir those tomatoes in good. Hope you won't lose nothing in the transition. Oh, okay, we got our tomatoes. Then we are going to add, got that all blended in well, we are going to add our marinara sauce. Or spaghetti sauce. But they say marinara sauce, whatever. It is, but make sure you get as low sodium as you possibly can. That's all I ask, okay? Because the purpose of this show is to make healthier versions, okay? So that you can still enjoy it when you have restrictions. Because I know for a fact, if you have high blood pressure, there are some restrictions. If you diabetic, there are some restrictions, okay? So, now these noodles are not gluten-free. So this particular dish is not gluten-free, but you can buy gluten-free noodles if you have a problem with gluten, okay? We don't want you getting sick off these noodles, all right? Grandma Hershey loves you too much. So we're going to stir this marinara sauce into this really well. Really incorporate it very well. Now, I saw one recipe where they put the sauce with the meat and then they layered the mostaccioli and then the meat mixture or something and then the cheese. So I'm going like, we already got to layer the cheese. So we're going to just mix it. This will already be together. It's not like a lasagna. Lasagna is a big noodle, okay? But mostaccioli are little noodles. So if you layer it separate, then I just don't see that coming out right. Okay, but you can try that way and let me know. Let me know what you think. Grandma Hershey believes that this is the better way. Okay, now we got this nice and integrated. Ain't no segregation in this pot. So we already sprayed the pan. So we're going to put half of the mixture. Can you see that? See how good that looks? Almost look good. Probably could just leave it on the stove and put the cheese in and let it melt. But it's called bake for a reason. Okay? So we're going to try. We're going to try to put this stuff in there. Half of it in this pan. Without getting on my clothes. Make sure I'm not in your way so you can see what's going on here. Whew. When you're short, a lot of things you have to maneuver. Okay? Whew. Good Lord, I need some strong arms here. Put this together. All right. That's about half. All right. Thank God for body mechanics. All right. So we got half in here. Hope that's not more than half, but I think it's half. About half the meat. See, this is what it looked like before we put the cheese on it. Then we're going to take half of our mozzarella. Put that on top. Spread it out nice and evenly. Uh-oh, I'm losing cheese. Oh well, sorry. Lo siento. That means I'm sorry in Spanish. I don't know why I just love saying it. Lo siento. I do not know why, but I do. You know I'm on day 512. After a while, I'll be able to have a conversation. I'm looking forward to it. But I can understand a few words in the song. Now, when I can interpret the whole song, I know I have arrived. Okay, now, all right, so this what it looks like with half of our cheese. Now we're going to put the other half on top. You don't want to disturb the cheese. Okay. See how easy that is? Pasta down in here. Yes. Over there. A lot easier when half of the pasta is gone. That's good. It was hobby. That's what one of my grandsons used to say when he was little. Oh, Grandma, this is hobby. Man, 20-something years old. Lordy. All right. The rest of it. Don't that look good? It is good, I can tell you. Even if I can't show it to you today, I can tell you it is really, really good. Okay. Now, put that on out so every little nook and cranny can get some. And it's quite a bit. It makes 16 1-cup servings. So when you get some, all you need is, since it's pretty tall, you just get you a little good old chunk full there. Yes. And like I said, with the calories and all, you could go back for a second cup. And you won't have to be in trouble. Let's put the other half of the mozzarella. Now I got the Kraft mozzarella this time. Was it Kraft? I believe that was Kraft because overall it was the best on the sodium and the saturated fat. Because I really watch saturated fat more than anything. Okay. So, got enough. Now, one thing I like about mozzarella cheese is to give you that pull. You know, that cheese pull that you look for on a pizza. That's why I believe that's why they use mozzarella for the effects, the special effects. So now that's the end of that. It will go in the oven for what was it? 25 to 30 minutes. At 25 minutes, you can look to see if it's melted. Since this did not fall on the floor, fell on the stove, and it's a clean stove, I will put that cheese back in there. Okay, so you will put that in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, and then when it's done, you'll get a chance to taste it. Now, what I did yesterday, after the kitchen angels told me I could have some, I took some what is this bread? Some French baguette bread. I sliced it thin. I like margarine on my garlic bread stuff. Okay, so I took margarine, but you can use butter. Then I took the Mrs. Dash garlic and herb and sprinkled on top. Put that sucker on 400 degrees for 3 minutes, and that crunch on the outside and the softness on the inside and that taste, honey. I'm telling you, you got that for free. All right. Make sure you remember to do that to add to your Mostaccioli Bake or any other Italian dish you want. I'm telling you, because once this is done, Grandma Hershey gonna get some, and she gonna have some more of these. She gonna make some more of that. So that's all Grandma Hershey got for you as far as the cooking go. So now, what you need to do now is you need to click the thumbs up button right now. Do it right now. Then, if you have not subscribed, you need to click the subscribe button. then click the black bell. All right. And then once we're done, which is in about a minute, I need you to share this video with everybody you know. So I don't have many this week. We didn't have a lot of communication this week. So anyway, but I do know my beautiful niece watched the show, and my beautiful sister watched the show. My good friend Reggie watched the show, and my good friend Hillary. I want to say thank you for watching the show. And also, I didn't no one told me about birthdays, so I'm just saying that anybody who had a birthday in the last 7 days, I want to say happy birthday to you. How? Happy birthday. No, my grandma Hershey. So next week, I made this a couple of years ago when I was doing my little trial and errors of how to make things healthier. And this is a chocolate mint bundt cake. And I made it in lieu, not in lieu, in honor of St. Patrick's Day. I am part Irish. I know a lot of people don't believe that, but I is according to 23andMe. So, anywho, I'm making this chocolate mint bundt cake next week. It's going to be gluten free, and it's going to be low sugar and low carb. All right. So Grandma Hershey going to see you next week, and we will have that to show you what it looked like after it's sliced. Okay. Grandma Hershey going to make sure it gets made to the show. All right. So you guys have a great week this week. And because St. Patrick's Day is coming up soon, next week I'm going to have my St. Patrick's stuff on. So anywho, I'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a great week. Okay. Love you. Mwah. And here goes the mouse.